Okay, this is kind of a informal journey into a formal project right now. What I'm trying to do here is get you ready for what we have to do. Okay, so we're done. We can't go any farther with motivation and leadership and all that stuff. We're pretty much at the limit of what we can do with that. So what I'm thinking is that we need to go forward towards our main project of the semester, which is huge. It's a huge project. And normally, it would happen at the end of the year. So, business plan, that's what that is. So, this business plan is going to take, I predict, 6 weeks. Probably, if we're lucky, that's when we come back from the lockdown or whatever we want to call this at this point. So, so if you say this is the end of week or the beginning of week 4, then that puts us at week 10 when we finish this, which means we'll probably have, if we get back at the end of August, beginning of September, that would mean that we would be able to only have missed really one test out of time. So as far as the Australian grading system goes, we need to have a certain percentage of marks from each semester. They've changed that because of the pandemic a little bit. And so what basically happens is we can adjust the weightings of some of the tasks, assessments, which I think, I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But what my goal is to get the maximum amount of marking and subject coverage that I can get from you in the limited time that I have. So the business plan that we're going to work on for 6 weeks, and then you're going to turn in to me directly, and you do individually. This is not a group project. You have no partner anymore. So depending on how good your work was in the first semester, that's what you're going to build this business plan on in the second semester. And I'm going to get to see everybody's individual work. So I think I mentioned that last semester. So that's worth 15. So each semester is worth 50. Second semester, I can get 15 out of this business plan. And then we have a small quiz that goes at the end of the business plan to review the concepts of the business plan. So that's 20. Then the final exam is 15, that's 35. And then we have a tested motivation, which, and the one that we just, the content we just covered. So that gets us over 40. So at that point, we're pretty close to what we need to cover. So I think we're kind of gonna make it. I think basically we'll have the business plan, 2 quizzes, maybe 3, depending on when we come back in the final test. So it's really not that much to do. So this project is really big for you. This is a huge project. And because you're at home, and because you have a lot of free time and no extra activities that you can do, this is great, right? You're gonna have the best opportunity to do great research and to make a killer business plan. We don't have to do the kind of market research that we have to go and interview people, and so you don't need to do any, there's almost everything is secondary research at this point. So it's really gonna take a while to get there, but I'll kind of, let me outline the 6 weeks first, and I'll make a document that outlines this. So what we do is we take the marketing plan, which should be, if you did it right, 20 pages or something like that. And then there's a section in our books that had the marketing plan. I don't have the pages right in front of me, but it was under the marketing plan section. And the name of the company was called Dippin' Donuts. That marketing section was about 5 pages long. And I think the only thing that you're really missing from your marketing plan would be, to continue to have that cost of advertising, because you're going to need that for the financial report for your company. But basically that's how long. So you should take all of your marketing plan and bring it down and boil it down into 5 pages. That's our goal. That's our first thing to do. And to understand our business again, what it's about. Maybe the most important element of that is to understand your competitive advantage. And to review, the competitive advantage comes from the 4 Ps. It cannot be price, because we're saying that this is a free market where everyone has the same suppliers, same choice of employees, same taxes and every other cost. So you can't really say, okay, we're the same, but we're better because we're cheaper. No. You still have to work from the competitive advantage of product. Something about your product has to be improved, or adds features and benefits that are better than your competition. It's possible that you have a distribution system, some kind of delivery or way of location choice that's better than other companies, or strategy for that's better than other companies. That can be your competitive advantage. And of course, there's like really cool promotion and names and stuff that can attract people too. People can be attracted by your image or your customer service. So there's some things in there, except for price, that you have to make sure that the first thing you identify again is, what is my competitive advantage? And then you go through the same marketing mix and make sure you have a clear strategy for each of the 4 Ps, 5 if you talk about people. And the difference between this is a summary, right? The difference between this part of the market, of the business plan, and your marketing plan is that you don't need to have all the research. I don't need to see any of those surveys. I don't need all of the documents, just the conclusions and the main points of research and reasons why you chose what you chose. So, do you use the exact marketing plan that you did in semester 1? I say almost, but not really. Improve it. Look at what you've learned since then. Think about what you did and you could have improved since then, and make it better. Make it sharper. Make it stronger. Make it more clear what the advantage is that you're focused on. So in the first week, that is your goal, is to take what you've already done. You gotta have the file, you and your partner get separate files because you're separate people. And I'm gonna send you a template that outlines what the business plan should look like. And everybody's gonna use the same document. That's a Word document that you put in information to make your business plan. So all of your business plan cover pages will look the same. This is going to keep it easier for us over time. So the first week is to summarize the marketing plan. Second week is to take there's a section on operations. So to understand, your cost of starting your business, how many employees and staff you're going to need. So we're going to go through all the employees, staffing, equipment, the things that you need to buy, maybe the rent that you need to pay. So you start to get all these costs together, but you have to do the research to find out how much things cost. So that's called operations. So there's a whole section that's going to take 2 weeks for us to do the operations section. That's part 2. Part 3 is a financial section. So in the financial section, we have to think about what the business startup cost is going to be, how that's going to change over time, how much we can expect to ask for from our investor, because that's what the business plan is for. So the goal of the marketing plan was to show that you understand the market. The goal of the business plan is to get money. So what you're trying to do is to show that you understand really in a realistic way how much things cost. What's a realistic idea for how many customers that you can have in the future? How long will it take you to make money after you open the door to the shop? Those are all financial questions. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's actually pretty fun. It takes 2 weeks. So 1 week marketing, 2 weeks for operations, 2 weeks for the financial plan, and then you have 1 more week to put a summary and introduction to it and fix it so it's done. And it'll be 6 weeks. So that's how we're gonna do it. In this week, I'm highlighting marketing. So the first video this week is a video that I did before that is about choosing a product strategy and a competitive advantage. So that's what you need to review, and that's why I'm playing the video. So I'll talk to you later. Bye. Be safe.